Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Your inner attitude reflects in your outer appearance. Now, let me go deep with y'all. Let me go deep. See, of course, you have many people, they focus on their outer appearance, which is important, but is a part of a bigger picture as far as women. But the thing is, you get some people, they focus on just their outer appearance and feel like, well, I don't look good enough to get a woman and everything. Or I don't have this, I don't have this shape, this height, this whatever. Okay, there's some things that you can't control. You can't. Well, no, even then, you can still influence it. So I'm going to get into that. But here's the thing. What you feel on the inside will always reflect on your outside. It will always reflect in your outside. People don't realize that, yes, you have the genetic component, but you can always affect how you look. Like, let's use two things that many people focus on: their face and their height. All right, of course, there's a genetic component. You know, you can only grow so tall, but your inner attitude affects how that comes across. Now, y'all remember I did a video. Let's use the face. You remember I did a video and I talked specifically about how a woman will read a man's personality in his face. That's part of the thing. It's never just on just his pure genetics. Yes, that plays a part, but never just. So say you have two men. Say they're twins. All right. One comes across to women as unattractive. The other one comes across to women as very attractive. Now you would say, well, they're twins. They look the exact same way. How is that the case? Well, the one who comes across as unattractive, he has an inner attitude of depression, negative thoughts, everything. So it reflects in his facial expressions. He doesn't smile as much. When he looks up, he doesn't have confidence. He walks around with his head down. You know, he doesn't, or he might have a look of disdain for people because he feel like they got better than him. That's the basic thing. So it's reflecting in his face, in his muscles and everything. Okay, so all right, I give you an example. Okay, look at that look. Look at me. Now I'm smiling. Two different things. So if you given that attitude of depressed, or let me give you a depression. All right, look at everything. Now even look at what I did. I slumped down a bit when I went into depression mode. So that's very key. That's very important. See, it's not even so much what you got, but it's how it's presented. So I used the one twin, he's depressed. The other one, shoot, he's smiling, he's confident, he's looking up. Everything. Boom. See, it's reflected in that. Okay, let's use the height thing. The biggest thing with height, yeah, there's a certain point you get, but a lot of people, because they don't have a good posture, you might have two guys, say they both 5'10". They both 5'10" naturally, but the twins again. One is 5'10", but he comes off as shorter. But then the other one's 5'10", he comes off as taller. What's the difference? The one twin who comes off as taller, even though they technically the same height, he always walks with his head up, his shoulders back and everything. His back is straight, almost militarily. But then the other one, he's like, his stomach slumped, everything. Seriously. Indeed, if you look at a lot of people, the biggest thing with them is their posture. So it's like, when a woman sees that, she don't be breaking out a ruler. And so those are basic things. And I just mentioned those are most genetic things that can be affected. Now think about everything else. Okay, I emphasize body gain. See, if you have an inner attitude like, I don't care about my body, I don't care what I put in it, well, that person get out of shape. Because their attitude is depressive. They feel like, I can't do anything. They don't build themselves up. Meanwhile, the other person, they feeling good. They want to stay in shape and everything. Boom. It reflects in the clothes they wear and how they wear the clothes. There's two general ways that a person wears their clothes. Two general ways. They will either wear their clothes as a shield or as a magnet. Okay, let's use the example of twin women. Twin women, because I know guys can see this. You see, they identical twins. They got the same body proportions and everything. But one twin, she never fixes up. She got that depressive mood. She got that negative mood. She never fixes her hair. She don't put on makeup. She don't brush her teeth. You know, she got an attitude where she's putting drugs, cigarettes, stuff like that into her system. You know, she wears like frumpy clothes. Okay, she ain't gonna come off as attractive. Guy's gonna be like, ugh. Her twin, who genetically looks the same way. Okay, she'll put on a wake up. She fixes her hair. The dentist is her buddy. She walks up, she works out. Oh, that's another thing with the two twins. You get one never works out. So yeah, I mentioned the same body proportions genetically maybe, but maybe one doesn't work out. She lets herself go. She gets it out of shape. The other one, oh, she always works out, but she has a positive attitude. See, understand one basic thing. Ultimately, everything starts in the mind. Everything, you know. For those who follow Hermetic principles, the Hermetic philosophy, that's one of the laws of the universe. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. So how a person feel about themselves, how they approach life will reflect in their outer thing. People notice I talk about body game. And many people have said, hey, you know what, Rom? You in good shape, or you don't look, I tell them my age, I say 56. It's like, I thought you were 40s. If I shave all this, I've had people tell me, I shave off all the gray, people tell me 30s. That's because my attitude isn't that of a 56-year-old. That's a chronological age, but I still do stuff like I'm a young person. I still move that way. So that's how it's reflected in how people see me. And anybody can do that. It's the attitude. Everything starts up here. I don't care. I don't care who you are as a person. Everything starts in your mind. You know, it's like I always tell my sons, never call yourself dumb. Never say you don't have bad luck. You know? Because how you carry yourself, how you hold your head, how you look people in the eye, how you perceived in your outer appearance, how you dress and everything, how you work on your body, what you eat. You see, that's another thing, or what you put negative. Like, there's a lot of people who don't put anything negative in their bodies. You know, I'll use myself for an example. You know, a lot of people say I always look younger than what they think I am. And it's like, well, I don't use drugs. You know, the closest drug you could say is maybe some sugar. I like some ice cream every now and then. Other than that, alcohol, I don't put cigarettes in or anything in there. So it's reflecting. My attitude is I'm not going to purposely destroy my body. So it reflects in my outer appearance. And that's very important. You know, it's about the perception. But it starts in here. It starts in here. Like, I use the example of some guys who call themselves incels. Now, it's hard for me to judge another man's face, but I can still tell. It's like, well, you look average. In fact, I've seen some guys, they don't look any different from some other guys who might have been considered models. But the inner attitude. As I said one time, I worked with a guy who would be seen as an incel, but he looked like Clint Eastwood with glasses on. But what was it? It was his inner attitude. He didn't maximize what he had, you know? His attitude wasn't as positive as it needed to be. And so it reflected in his outer appearance, even though technically he looked like a movie star. At least the same bone structure. Boom. So everything starts within you. Everything starts. As a man, everything starts with the mind and then extends to the outer side. Now, I know some people follow me on my deep thought. They say, hey, Ron, this is like a deep thought thing. Well, it's like this. Sometimes I got to throw out some stuff, some deeper stuff. you know? So I want y'all to think about that, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for now. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.